consistent practice of routines and procedures look like, especially out of the first week of school? Once you have already taught all of the routines and procedures, how do you continually practice? Let me show you. Once you're out of the thick of teaching routines and procedures, there's two things I want you to consider. Number one is, how do you know you actually need to review? And number two is coming up with like a pacing or a plan for how you're going to do that. This is my pacing and plan that I use for routines and procedures. So the first week I teach every single routine and procedure in my classroom, all of the core ones. And then the second week I pick 2 to 3 that we're going to review every single day. And those are ones that I can either decide like they're really strong, I need my students to know them, or they're messing them up, so I'm going to practice them. In week 3 and 4, I pick one routine that we're going to review every day. And that's more where it's like the error analysis, where it's like they continuously are getting this one wrong. So we're going to practice those explicitly in week 3 and week 4. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the same routine every day. It's just one routine every day we're practicing. And then of course, after any school breaks, so like even after Labor Day that's coming up this weekend, I would encourage like a practice on the day after a break, and sometimes even for the entire week. So after we come back from winter break, I practice for that entire week back to school, because your students will forget everything that you've ever taught them. My other rule of thumb is that anytime that you are noticing students are not following the routine, especially if it's a routine that they've mastered before, always pull up a review, and don't make it punitive. Don't make it like, you guys did this wrong, so now we have to practice. Like, hey guys, lost the plot a little bit and that we need to continue to practice this one, so no big deal. I'm gonna model it, and then I'm gonna have a few students show non-examples, and then we're gonna practice as a team. Sound good? And then typically, even if you teach upper elementary, they're like, I don't want to practice. Okay, perfect. Then you have the opportunity to get it right, and we don't have to practice anymore.